I remember flying in and we got off the airplane. It was this tiny little airport in Comodoro, and we get into these. It was late at night. We get into these little vans, and we're driving, and I'm looking out the window, and I literally am looking at the area, and I'm like, I do not want to serve here. This is the ugliest place I've ever seen, this desert. And everyone talks about the Patagonia, and they're like, oh, it's the prettiest place ever. And there's parts that are beautiful, but where I was coming off was not, no. And I was like, I do not want to serve here. Funny thing, though, is that I ended up serving there in the middle of my mission in that area that has the airport in it. It ended up being, it's one of my favorite areas, but so don't judge a book by its cover. So we went to the mission home, and we're very welcomed, and it was a wonderful experience. And then after we did a couple-day training and met our trainers and such, we went on bus I went up to Puerto Madryn, and the bus ride, the shaking of the bus and the length of it, I don't know. I think it takes a little while to get accustomed to bus rides and not feel car sick. But yeah, so realize that your trainer is they are a wealth of knowledge, and that even if you can't understand them. So I had a Latin trainer who was so very patient with me with my Spanish, and I thought I knew a lot more Spanish than I realized. And then my second companion was actually from North America, but she had grown up speaking Spanish. And so when we got together, she's like, yeah, hermana, you're Spanish? You're not conjugating most of your verbs. And I was like, wait, what? I didn't realize that, because my trainer was just very patient and trying to help me speak. So her big thing was be willing to make mistakes and just speak and express yourself and not hold back. And I think that helped me a lot with my confidence in sharing, even though it probably didn't make sense to most people. I felt I learned a lot during those first couple months, because I chose to get out of my comfort zone and realize that was just for anybody, it's going to be a transition. It's going to be hard. And how you approach it makes a big difference on the type of experience you're going to have. You can decide that what you're going through is really hard, and therefore you're just going to be upset about it. Or you can say, you know what, this is really hard. I'm just going to speak anyway and keep talking, which made a big difference. I remember the first couple of days walking through my area, feeling totally lost. I do not know how this all fits together. But I remember walking we went to a couple members' homes, and a couple different people were teaching, and how willing the people were to love and wanted you to be there and were grateful for your service. And even though I didn't understand the majority of what they were saying, that's what I loved about the people there and throughout my mission, that they're very grateful for my service. And obviously there are people that aren't as grateful for it, but I felt like most of the Latin people were had their arms open and willing to welcome you there.